Anytime you're climbing or belaying, you should do safety checks with your climbing partner. When working with a participant who is new to climbing, you should do safety checks with another volunteer. On the participant, make sure their harness is on correctly and is snug enough. All buckles are doubled back, and they have any extra equipment needed like knee pads. Make sure their knot is tied correctly and through both tie-in points of the harness. On the belayer, check their harness as well, and that the belay device is loaded correctly and the carabiner is locked. Lastly, make sure the side climber is ready as well. They should do safety checks with their belayer, and be sure everyone on the team understands the plan for communicating while the climber is on the wall. Anytime you are climbing or belaying, you should do safety checks with your climbing partner. For most climbers you'll be working with, you'll need to keep a tight belay while they're climbing. This may be different if you're working with someone who is a more experienced climber. If you know that they're a more experienced climber, talk to them about how they like their belay before they get on the wall. Otherwise, provide an attentive belay and take in slack quickly as the climber ascends. At times, your climber may need a power belay. This means providing a very dynamic belay using your entire body to help take all the stretch out of the rope, and even help the climber ascend the wall through a tricky spot. A power belay can be very effective, especially if the belayer outweighs the climber. Take up slack and then step back and sit down in your harness to fully weight the rope while you pull the rope through the belay device. A power belay can become even more effective if you time it with your climber's effort. Have the climber or the side climber give a 3, 2, 1 countdown. Then complete the power belay exactly when they are reaching for the next hold. So as the climber makes a move, you'll stand up and then sit down in your harness so that you can actually assist them up the wall. It's important to lower your climber slowly and smoothly. Pay close attention while lowering your climber to make sure they are comfortable and feel safe. When lowering a climber who is blind or has a visual impairment, be sure to warn them as they get close to the ground. Avery, you're about 5 feet from the ground.
All right, go ahead, take me all the way down.
All right. Some climbers may prefer to be lowered all the way to the ground, sitting or laying down, rather than land on their feet. When lowering a climber who uses a wheelchair, have another volunteer or their friend or family member push their chair close to the wall so you can lower them directly into it. For any first-time climber, have them climb up 5 to 10 feet and practice lowering. This can help ease their nerves and build confidence so they can safely lower when they reach the top of the wall. This is especially important when working with a blind or visually impaired climber, as well as any climber who's nervous or afraid of heights. When belaying at an adaptive climbing event, there may be more people you need to communicate with than just your climber. If the climber has a side climber, you are now a team of 4. If they have 2 side climbers, you're working in a team of 6. Be sure to create a plan for communication between everyone on your team before the climber leaves the ground. It's best for the side climber to be the primary communicator with the climber, so they don't get overwhelmed with too many people giving instructions or asking questions at the same time. However, if you ever have a question or concern regarding safety, be sure to speak up. One of the most important times to communicate is when lowering a climber who is being physically assisted by a side climber. All belayers need to work together to keep a consistent speed, positioning the climber and the side climber exactly where they need to be. Usually, the side climber will want to be slightly below the climber, but this can vary depending on their needs. It's often helpful to pause the climber slightly above the ground and bring the side climber all the way down first. This way they can get their balance and are more able to assist with the transition back to the ground. We'll go into more detail on side climbing techniques in the next video.